Hey, J. Philip here, and are you working a full-time job and running a business at the same time? Well, if you're having trouble balancing between the two, you're in luck. Please stick around to the end of the video and we'll give you some simple solutions on how to fix this. Alright, I don't want to waste your time, so I'm gonna get right into it. Chances are, if you're working a day job and you have a business, you probably don't have a lot of time in your hands. This makes your time all the more valuable, so I'm just gonna say it. You're gonna have to work on your business while working on your job at the same time. If you have your average boring office job, most likely you have at least 2 hours a day to which you're not doing anything. You are going to have to use this precious time to work on your business. For example, social media posts, client outreach, working on your website, speeding up the page speed or the landing page, working on different email campaigns. These are all things that we have the ability to work on while we're at the job and already have a computer in front of us. Way too many people don't do anything in their job and they're bored. And so what do they do? They just sit there and watch social media and let the time roll by. And when they come home, they're too tired to do any work at all. We cannot do this, as this is a very common trap that most business owners get into when they try to run both a business and work a daytime job. Do not do this. Step number two, do not take any stimulus that causes you to crash later in the day. If by any chance you don't have the free time to work in your business or side project during the job, maybe you're on your feet all day and you don't have access to a computer or you can't get into a workflow, don't take any of the stimulants. Our goal as entrepreneurs is to escape the rat race, and in order for us to do that, we have to reallocate our energy from our job into our business. This is the only way we're going to be able to finally quit the job and work on whatever we love. People come home from their job and way too often they are too tired to work on whatever projects or business ideas that they have in mind. This is because they are often taking stimulants such as coffee or Adderall, and this causes them to crash later in the day, leaving them too tired or lazy to be able to work on whatever they need to work in order to succeed in life. Replace these chemicals and drugs with other substances such as nootropics. My personal favorite is ashwagandha or maybe even lion's mane. But go ahead and do research on more different ingredients that have less of an initial effect but more of a longer compounding lasting effects. And in the long term, cutting out these external substances such as caffeine and Adderall really is better for you and for longevity. You're in the long term, you're more productive as you don't have to be reliant on these foreign substances for you to be able to get your work, and you become more disciplined. And on top of that, instead of you having a whole bunch of energy throughout the day and then all of your energy plummeting at the end of the day, leaving you pretty much useless, you have a more balanced and sustained energy level throughout the entire day. So I would highly recommend cutting out any sort of substances which causes you to crash. All right, so one major problem people have when trying to work on their business has to do with procrastination. Now, I have a really good mind trick to defeat this, and one of that is after you leave work, do not change out of your work clothes. We need to trick our minds into thinking we are still working at a job. Even though we may not be working for somebody else, we are technically still working for ourselves. Now, one of the ways to do this is by not changing out of your work clothes or maybe wearing a piece of jewelry or an accessory that triggers your mind to say, hey, I need to start working. I should not be relaxing. Me personally, what I like to do is I like to wear this watch right here. And when I'm working, I never take it off. Never. So whenever I do decide, hey, I'm kind of tired, I need to go on break, I go ahead and take it off. But when I go back to working again, and whatever I need to do, I put it on, and it basically triggers my mind into saying, hey, you should not be relaxing, you should be working, you should be grinding or whatever you need. And I find it extremely helpful because it's always in front of me. It's and I'm always looking at it, and it's always a reminder to myself saying, "Hey, come on, you need to be doing work. You should not be retired. You should not be relaxing." And that's kind of one of the many mind hacks that I pull on myself to get a lot done in a short amount of time. Now, it could be anything you like. It can be a ring, it can be a necklace, but please wear something that will trick you or set some sort of trigger into your brain saying, hey, I should be working right now. And that's one of many different mind hacks that I have. So please continue to watch these videos if you want to learn more from me. Yes, that's the end of the video. Please feel free to hit a like or subscribe. It really helps the channel out a lot. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.